Hello there, welcome to our TV News channel as it is the first launch of it. And I hope you're going to enjoy it right now. But here is your headlines, as we have some breaking news. John Brennan may leave Mario TV after hearing he could be sacked if he doesn't do well. Well, Paul Caffrey actually did like a little report on that, which he was telling why it's affecting us and why it's affecting all of us. So I hope you enjoy this, and it will tell all about why Mario TV has not been successful because of this fella. Here it is. I'm sorry, somehow we're not getting it. Have it here.
Hello, I'm Paul Caffrey, and I'm here to talk rather seriously about a co-presenter here on Mario TV. Some of you know him as John Brennan, others may know him as that kid. Some more may know him as the Netter. Quite frankly, he has been bringing this station to disrepute. He does this, and he does all this without any authority. We can't allow this to continue. And fellow presenters here feel that John Brennan is affecting our professional behavior. And we feel it's probably time that he should think about a new career. Perhaps he could become a gardener. Perhaps he could sell newspapers on busy motorways in the center of the motorway. But we don't think he should continue to present the Mario TV news reports, because this station intends to become one of the best stations available on the internet. We need professionals, and sadly, as nice a man as he is, John Brennan is not a professional. He has no standing in this business. He really should not be presenting. So for myself, Paul Caffrey, I leave you with this thought. Do you want a professional service presented by professionals, or do you want a messer like John Brennan just ruining everything and giving us all grey hairs, if we have any hair at all? Good night, and thank you for listening.
That was the report from Paul Caffrey. But we have some other reports as well, as the control guy just in the way. But actually, now Paul Caffrey is with us. So Paul, how is this like so far on about the John Brennan thing?
Well, I'm very concerned about the John Brennan thing, because this man claims he's a professional, and it's quite clear he is anything but a professional. And Mario TV News is a professional news media source, and he is bringing it into disrepute. We cannot allow this to go on. I am calling on the management of Mario TV,
which is me,
to sack John Brennan. No opportunities to resign. I think he has to be sacked. There is nothing else for it.
And tell him the way that he's been acting, because one of his sports news previews had to be taken down because he actually put up a bad finger.
He did something I'm not going to do, because I am a professional. But let me just say, 2 fingers were involved and a tongue. And it's not a pleasant thing to see live on TV, let alone any time.
I know, especially this as well, that he hasn't been doing great, and he keeps on laughing about nothing.
Why does he laugh? What's his problem? Why does this man laugh? He's reading serious news stories about death and destruction, and he laughs. That's not allowed. That's just not on.
Yeah, it's like he's playing a video game or something that he's wanting to kill.
Exactly.
And just before you go, if he gets sacked, since he's in his retiring age and he used to work in RTE before, what do you think he should do?
I think he should, as I said in the report, I think he should be a gardener or go and sell newspapers. Sell newspapers in the middle of the the motorway. He could play some golf if he knows how. I doubt it. I imagine the game of golf is a bit too complicated for John Brennan.
Yeah, and just before you go, how good has been Mary TV way before this? Because we did a report about someone else, Mark Rajersky, and that ended up to be very good. And we need professionals like what I did. But otherwise, he's not doing that. He's just taking the mickey.
That's the very least that he's doing is taking the mickey. And you're right. We need more professionals like Jack Caffrey, who's a very good manager, very good boss, pays a very fair salary, although it would be nice to have a little bit more. But we'll talk about that off air. But we don't need people like John Brennan. Quite frankly, their day is past and over. You know, that's just amateur hour. This is Mr. Professional time, and that's how we want to go forward from here.
Thank you, Paul. As Mario TV is a fundamental thing where we get young people or even retired people to work better, not anything else. You get prepared for Mario TV News.
I've got the news here. I'm bringing you the breaking news as it happens.
On the UK.
Indeed. I'm off to London to bring you the news from there.
All right, so he'll probably be there. Well, actually, he's staying here. He's just going to pretend he's in London. But anyway, we have some news that Cilla Black has died today, as she used to sing and TV present. And the world was in shock today after hearing the news as she died at the age of 72. Now the camera is moving a little bit closer because we need to charge the thing. And actually, indeed, it looks pretty cooler down over here. So thank you, floor manager. As now we're going to talk about RTE News, because they're getting a brand new service, which is high definition. As I was in RTE yesterday, and they actually absolutely destroyed the studio. There was nothing else but destroying the studio, and I was absolutely shocked about that. So, floor manager, if you could just type in onto the PC about the RTE newsroom. Right, just type that in. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. That's okay. And now you can go. So now I'm going to show you what happened there. So I'm going to get the image of the RTE newsroom. Just an image there. And you'll be a bit shocked about this because it's a little bit interesting that they just ripped the whole studio apart. And it's a bit shocking. So I'll just get some picture there. There's a picture of the RTE newsroom, and I'll just show it to you now before we go off air. I mean, like just before, you know. So that's a picture of it, and now look at the bottom one because that's what they did. They ripped the whole studio apart, but they didn't rip the chair, the table, and they kept the TVs, though that was broadcasting the 9 o'clock news backdrop. They were in a different newsroom, so that was a bit strange about that. And we'll find more about that very soon. As they'll be back in that newsroom in Tuesday, and so on. And but their control room will not be right beside each other as it was before. Now, moving on to other news, because that's just television news, we need to talk about real news, that more debris has been washed ashore on the Indian Ocean island of Reunion. It's being investigated after a wave parts suspected to come from missing flight MH370 was found on Wednesday. Now, I have a thing to say about this. Was that how could it be that plane? How could it be that plane? It could be any plane. It could come from any plane, but it could be an MH370, and it's from the Indian Ocean, so it could be from an MH370. Now we have a few people that is watching. Mario TV News UK correspondent Chris Myers is watching, and we would like to say hello from London as he lives. And we're going to talk, and as well as singer Omar as well. We're going to mention him as that he as he's makes songs in Slovenia, and he's very good. And he's very good at his work. So so hope you're watching, Omar, and anyone else who's watching, because actually Paul Caffrey actually alerted us that we were going to be in the air. And that's very good. So we have them, and actually we've noticed that some other viewer has got to watch it. So so we're gonna get we're gonna show you what Paul Caffrey actually just said. If you're only tuning in, we're gonna show you what Paul Caffrey said about John Brennan, because John Brennan has actually been taking the mickey. Here it is.
Hello, I'm Paul Caffrey, and I'm here to talk rather seriously about a co-presenter here on Mario TV News. Some of you know him as John Brennan, others may know him as that kitten, or may know him as the Netter. Quite frankly, he has been bringing this station into disrepute. He does this, and he does all this without any authority. We can't allow this to continue. And fellow presenters here feel that John Brennan is affecting our professional behavior. And we feel it's probably time that he should think about a new career. Perhaps he could become a gardener. Perhaps he could sell newspapers on busy motorways in the center of the motorway. But we don't think he should continue to present the Mario TV News reports, because this station intends to become one of the best stations available on the internet. We need professionals, and sadly, as nice a man as he is, John Brennan is not a professional. He has no standing in this business. He really should not be presenting. So for myself, Paul Caffrey, I leave you with this thought. Do you want a professional service presented by professionals, or do you want a messer like John Brennan, just ruining everything and giving us all grey hairs, if we have any hair at all? Good night, and thank you for listening.
And that was the report from Paul Caffrey. Now, I have some news about Cecil the Lion's brother has been confirmed as alive, as the brother of Cecil the Lion, Joe, has been confirmed alive and well a day after it has been reported that he too has been killed by the poachers. So that is very good news. Just before we go and go over to our other Mario TV News services, we actually would like to tell you something that is about this place here. And we're actually moving to Studio S1 as you begin a long goodbye from our home at Studio 1. Join me later this week then for lunchtime at the game show. Major Caffrey. It's time to broadcast Mario TV Sports News Preview. Have a good day. This is Mario TV Sports News Preview with David Caffrey.
Yes! No, no, no!
Welcome to Sports News. Here are the headlines. The World Anti-Doping Agency says it is very alarmed after fresh allegations of suspects doping emergency leaked out to test data. The Sunday Times and German broadcasters have obtained access to the results of over 1,000 blood tests from over 5,000 athletes between 2001 and 2012. According to the newspaper, the evidence, which has been seen by the BBC, revealed that extraordinary incentive to cheating by athletes as the world's biggest events. The independent commission will be investigated in the AORD/WORD documents doping, top secret, the shadowy world of athletics. WADA President Sir Craig Reedy said his organisation is very disturbed by these news allegations, which will be once again the shape of the foundation and clean of athletics worldwide. In other news, Manchester United's Angel Di Maria is set to have a medical in the next 24 hours after a proposed move to PSG. The winger, a British record transfer signing from last year, is expected in Doha on Sunday to meet PSG officials. The fee for the 27-year-old Argentinian is believed to be around 44.5 million. Di Maria did not join United's pre-season tour of the United States after appearing in the Copa America in Chile. The former Real Madrid moved to the Old Trafford last August after helping Spanish giants to their 10th European Cup. But after a promising start in his United career, it faded away during mid-season. He only started one match after defeat by Arsenal in the FA Cup quarter-final on March 9th. Also, County Antrim beat Club America 3-2 on penalties after the match ended 1-1 to become the first Northern Irish team to win Premier selection of the Milk Youth Cup. Jack McAllister saw his initial shot saved, but Ryan McNeil headed in the rebound after just 26 seconds. Ricardo left clinical left foot finish in the 56th minute. Antrim goalkeeper Jack Ferguson was a hero for his side in the shootout, making 3 crucial saves. Their manager said, "There are 18 heroes in the squad. We got the early goal. We could have scored a second. We are very disciplined from them with our defending." Also, in great news for women's football, the first ever Women's FA Cup was played at Wembley yesterday. The Chelsea ladies were victorious in this, beating Notts County 1-0. Striker G scored from close range in the first half in front of a record crowd of over 30,000. Little else action happened, but it was a great game to watch. That's all now, and we go to the weather for the next few days. Goodbye.
The weather man is seeming to be somewhere in the building, and we're going to find him as fast as possible. He'll be probably here at 30 seconds. We're scrapping the weather for now, but first, let's go over to Mario TV News 9 or Mario TV News UK.
Good evening. I'm from London, and here is the news this particular day. Singer and TV star Cilla Black, who enjoyed a 50-year show business career, has died today at the age of 72, her agent has said. The 1960s singing star became a popular TV celebrity on such shows as Blind Date and Surprise, Surprise. Police in Malaga said a woman named Priscilla White, Black's real name, had died in Estepona in the Costa del Sol region. The death appeared to be due to natural causes, but this has not yet been confirmed by tests, police have said. The Swedish Justice and Migration Minister has accused the British Prime Minister David Cameron of playing politics with the migrant crisis in Calais. Morgan Johansson said scenes in Calais had resulted from France and the United Kingdom not taking responsibility for accepting more asylum seekers. Migrants in Calais are making nightly bids to cross the Channel. The UK and French governments have announced that they will bolster security around the Eurotunnel site in Calais. Thousands of migrants have attempted to access the Eurotunnel terminal in the last week, and 9 have died trying to access the tunnel since the start of June. David Cameron has said the UK will not become a safe haven for migrants and warned illegal immigrants would be removed from the country. A 30-year-old woman has died in a fire in the Lagmore area on the outskirts of West Belfast. The fire at the house at Hazelview was reported to police at about 5 o'clock on Sunday morning. The woman, a mother of 3, was found dead at the scene. Police said the cause of the fire is being investigated. People here are just devastated, the community, the family, Sinn Féin Assembly member Jennifer McCann said. I've been speaking with the young woman's family. This is a mother of 3 young children. To die so tragically in this way is just beyond words. Finally, thousands of people have lined the streets of Belfast for the city's annual Gay Pride Parade. Much of the attention this year focused on the campaign to introduce marriage equality in Northern Ireland. The parade left Custom House Square at noon with the usual mixture of colour, music and performances. The event is now in its 25th year, and organisers claim that in that time, the number of participants has grown from 100 to more than 40,000. Well, that's the latest news from London. Thank you for watching. My name is Paul Caffrey, and coming up now, Jack Caffrey very shortly with the all-important weather. Back to you.
Well, actually, Paul Caffrey actually got that mixed up. I was just getting a 1 minute quick bulletin, but I will get the bulletin up as fast as I can. So this is the quickie bulletin that you'll need to know. Let's get on to it. The quick bulletin is that John Brennan may leave Mario TV after hearing he could be sacked if he doesn't do well. Well, we have a report from Paul Caffrey that actually says that, and we're going to play it for the third. Yes.
Not again.
Yes,
Not again.
yes, the third time we are now going to play it. So that's
I want
fine.
more money.
Yeah, I will. I will.
I need more money if you're playing that over and over.
Okay, so now let's get the program that we got back on before, it gets too late, because it's nearly 6:30. So let's get the result. But we're going to talk to Paul Caffrey just before we do the bulletin.
Yes.
What was that? Just tell a bit on why you think Paul Caffrey John Brennan should not be here.
Oh, why John Brennan should not be here? Well, I think we've gone through all the reasons for that. The main reason is he's not a very professional person, not on the news.
Well, we're now going to get the report that you did now. So here we go.
Hello, I'm Paul Caffrey, and I'm here to talk rather seriously about a co-presenter here on Mario TV News. Some of you know him as John Brennan, others may know him as that idiot. Some more may know him as the Netter. Quite frankly, he has been bringing this station into disrepute. He does this, and he does all this without any authority. We can't allow this to continue. And fellow presenters here feel that John Brennan is affecting our professional behavior. And we feel it's probably time that he should think about a new career. Perhaps he could become a gardener. Perhaps he could sell newspapers on busy motorways in the center of the motorway. But we don't think he should continue to present the Mario TV News reports, because this station intends to become one of the best stations available on the internet. We need professionals, and sadly, as nice a man as he is, John Brennan is not a professional. He has no standing in this business. He really should not be presenting. So for myself, Paul Caffrey, I leave you with this thought. Do you want a professional service presented by professionals, or do you want a messer like John Brennan, just ruining everything and giving us all grey hairs, if we have any hair at all? Good night, and thank you for listening.
That was the report that Paul Caffrey actually gave. So now let's go back onto our headlines right now. That Cilla Black has died today, as she used to say, and TV present. The world was in shock today after hearing the news, as she died at the age of 72. And RTE News is getting a brand new service in their newsroom, which will be a high-definition news broadcast. More debris washed ashore on the Indian Ocean island of Reunion is being investigated after a wing part suspected from missing a flight MH370 was found on Wednesday. And before we go on to the weather, our TV News, sir, we'll be moving over to Studio S1 as we begin a long goodbye from there. So now it's time to do the weather with Mark Caffrey.
Sure, it's not great weather around there. Ireland, plenty of clouds. There's some rain coming in from the west tonight. Dublin, maybe only 15 degrees. Belfast, slightly warmer. However, in London, it's a whopping 16 degrees. In Cardiff, it is 18. So yeah, very warm over there. Moving on into Monday. More cloudy weather, I'm afraid. No sun at all. Maybe down towards the south, perhaps. The sunny southeast might get a bit of good weather, but we can expect some rain coming in again from the west side of the Atlantic. Later on in the day, expect cloud, not too much rain. It should lighten up towards the north of the country on the north west coast. Tuesday, again, another kind of bland, boring day, a bit cloud everywhere. Dublin might get a wee bit of sunshine during some time during the day. But London, on the other hand, will reach up to 21 degrees, whilst in Paris, it will be 25, a whopping 25 degrees. So very toasty over there. Tuesday night, again, it'll cool down another wee bit. Belfast, 11 degrees. Dublin, 12. And again, expect more overnight cloud. No one cares about the temperature in Paris. We're in Ireland.
Well, there's a few people watching in London.
And Slovenia.
Oh, well, in London, it's 14 degrees. So there. Check the thermometer. There, Wednesday, rain serves you right, Ireland, in the south of the country, where our parents would be at the moment. It's now going to start raining on Wednesday, the entire southern half of the country. If you're in Galway, you might get to avoid it, but if you're in Dublin, South County Dublin, expect plenty of rain. Then towards the night, the Donegal, you're in for a lot of rain, I'm afraid. Lots and lots of rain. Also in Mayo and Galway, not great weather for you guys. But the rest of the country should be okay. There's a spot of rain in Kerry for some portion of the evening. Then on Thursday, things are going to look a wee bit better for Donegal. However, in Dublin, rain will have progressed inwards. However, you can expect slightly higher temperatures during the course of the day, maybe up to 19 degrees. Belfast, not quite so lucky, only reaching around 17. Meanwhile, in Paris, it looks like it'll only be around 31 degrees, which isn't really that high comparatively, you know, who cares? French people. Then Thursday night, again, kind of dull, like, you can look it up yourselves, guys. You don't really need me to tell you what the weather's going to be like. So there, that's your weather.